Hello everybody, this is Chris Chu from chrischu.com, and this weekend I am covering the OCBC CYCLE. Sunday morning saw the 20 kilometer and 40 kilometer non-competitive mass rides taking place. Unfortunately, in the early morning there was a thunderstorm, and because of this, the 40 kilometer mass ride actually got cancelled and shortened to 20 kilometers. On the OCBC Facebook page and via SMS, they kept us updated on what was going on and what measures were being taken place. So they started to post updates on their Facebook page from about 2:30 a.m. onwards. The 4 a.m. update saw the 40 kilometer Sportive Ride getting shortened to a 20 kilometer ride. They amended the flag off to 5:30 a.m. according to Facebook. But however, there were apparently cyclists who had turned up early for the original 5 a.m. flag off. So what they apparently did was that they flagged off those who were already present at 5 a.m. and for those who were not on site yet, they were flagged off at about 5:30. However, because the rain was island-wide, so I actually left the house slightly later, which meant I probably would not be able to reach at about 5:30 a.m. So in the end, when the rain subsided and almost stopped around my place, I cycled down to the area and I think I reached at about 6 a.m. roughly. When I reached at about 6 a.m., then I ended up in the 6:30 a.m. flag off, which is basically the flag off for the 20 kilometer Straits Times Ride. But I guess it probably didn't make any difference at this point as both rides were 20 kilometers anyway. So even though it may not have originally gone to plan like how I had intended, at least I still managed to get my ride in this morning. At least that was better than nothing.
When I finally reached the Singapore Sports Hub, where the OCBC CYCLE 2023 is taking place, it's already pretty packed and crowded with cyclists. There are sprinklings still taking part in the Sportive Ride who have just reached, but most are taking part in the Straits Times Ride. The atmosphere is full of energy, hustle and bustle, and everybody is very eager and excited to start. Prior to the actual start of the ride, there is a short warm-up ride in order to get our legs and muscles pumping before we enter the start pens. This is the start pen for the 6:30 a.m. Straits Times Ride. Apparently, it was already pretty crowded when I reached, and I got there in time for the second wave. The flag off party is now on stage, and we are all ready to start. Upon flag off, everybody is eager, excited, and in high spirits. This is around the midway portion of the ride where we are cycling through the CBD area. It is just us without any cars. Though the climb may be challenging, as you can see from the struggle of faces of many of the cyclists here, the view at the top is amazing. Cycling on closed roads is enjoyable and I am having fun. This is the Shares Bridge portion of the ride, which is basically considered one of the major climbs in Singapore for most of the Singapore events taking place around the Marina Bay area. See how stunning the view is from the top, don't you think? Besides the Singapore Flyer, you can also see the F1 pit lane as well as the flower and cloud domes of the gardens by the bay. The ride finishes inside the National Stadium. I always enjoy finishing inside the National Stadium because it is otherwise closed to the public. How can I say that I have completed the ride if I don't take a finish line selfie?
So on the ride itself, well, I will say that because of the early morning rain, it was a very cool, cloudy and overcast morning, which made for perfect conditions for outdoor exercise. And with the sun about to rise, it wasn't hot yet. So I actually really enjoyed myself, taking it at a very leisure pace and stopping several times along the way to shoot videos and take photographs. So it was scenic and quite beautiful.
This was the scene at the National Stadium after the ride. Everybody wanted to mingle and mix with friends, but then they ushered us all outside to the village.
The best rides finished inside the Singapore National Stadium, which is always pretty special to me because you cannot go inside the stadium during an ordinary time. So our finisher entitlements included this beautiful finisher medal, and besides the medal, we also received a bottle of water, a can of 100 plus, as well as some bananas in case our energy had been depleted during the ride and we needed something to replenish. So inside the National Stadium, we couldn't really linger on. So basically, they quickly ushered us out of the stadium to the small race carnival outside, where there was camaraderie amongst friends, catching up, meeting up, as well as like a few different types of booths to get things such as like 100 plus and photo taking opportunities with the giant inflatable bicycles.
I am collecting some of my finisher entitlements. This is the OCBC CYCLE medal. Isn't it beautiful? The OCBC CYCLE 2023 Race Carnival is at the OCBC Arena area outside of the National Stadium. There are quite a number of booths for food and drinks, as well as photo opportunities with their giant bicycles. I always like the giant bicycles because they are pretty eye-popping and eye-catching. Who wants a free banana? Definitely the biggest inflatable bicycle that I have ever seen. There was 100 plus booth so we could quench our thirst after the ride.
This is Chris Chu from chrischu.com signing out. If you are happy with what you saw, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to chrischu.com. Until then, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.